Hi, this is Danny Boyle, the director of Yesterday.
I've got a bunch of new songs and I thought people might like to hear them.
So where we are in this scene is that Jack has recovered from the accident, which happened during the blackout, where the Beatles were erased from the world's consciousness. And he's discovered the opportunity, which is to revitalise his own fairly unsuccessful singer-songwriting career by actually playing the Beatles songs that he can remember.
Right, this is called Let It Be.
So Himesh Patel plays Jack Malik. That's his mum, Meera, Syal, and Sanjeev, Bhaskar, who are in fact a real-life couple. But actually they're also two of the finest comic actors in Britain as well, independently of each other. And he starts the scene by saying to his parents that he's got a couple of new songs he wants to try out and he's going to go back to performing, even though they thought he was giving up. They wanted him to give up because they think it's a bit of a dead end.
Sorry, love.
They're inclined to think this is Jack just indulging the dead end of his career. So they don't sense that they are actually the first people on earth to apparently hear one of the greatest masterpieces of pop music ever written.
Oh, really? I thought he'd given up.
Yeah, no, well, he's got some new songs. What's this one called?
Leave It Be.
Let It Be. Oh, excellent. Well,
The misnaming of the song was something that Meera Syal came up with on the day.
when I find myself in times of trouble.
Would you like a drink, Terry?
Dad.
Well, I'd already heard that bit.
Sorry, Jack. Your dad.
Everything that can interrupt the song is essential to the comedy of the scene, really, because as Jack fights for the great masterpiece of cultural achievement to be heard, it's not even allowed any room because everybody's too busy with their phones, with their beer. And Carl Theobald, who plays Terry, does a wonderful tapping of the sofa arm out of time to the song. This is the ultimate insult.
Sorry, my fault. Oh.
So the key thing was to try and find a living room that looked incredibly ordinary. We wanted it to feel very, very ordinary. And I remember on the day turning up that we kept the property looking almost the same as it was when we found it, because it looked perfect, but they didn't have a piano. So then they brought along on the day a choice of pianos, and this piano that he plays on is not the best tuned piano, but I wanted it to look like it was the piano that he grew up learning on. The ordinary is very important in the film because where the guys came from, the Fab Four, the original Beatles, was from a very ordinary town in a way.
Then maybe we can have summer song.
Christ, this is Let It Be! You're the first people on earth to hear this song!
So many of us have tried to persuade our parents to listen to a song, because we love it and they can't hear it. We all know that scenario, don't we? One of the reasons we picked the location is it's got this round glass which gives a distorted view of people arriving. They're kind of like out of focus, grotesques really, which is what they feel like to him.
Hi.
Well, that went well.